Hello everybody and welcome back to Dickie's Videos, where no war game remains unplayed. Further ado, here we are again with Field of Glory 2, and this is of course the Rise and Fall of Carthage campaign, and this is the third video of the round 5, which is the Roman side. Of course, there is 3 parts to this video: the deployment, battle, and then overview, which I'm doing now. And yes, so here we are with the Roman view. If you've watched this battle, the battle before, we know I won this one, but we're going to go over a few of the tactical decisions that I made. So as we know straight away on this battle, there is a rough terrain position in the centre, rough position on the right. Romans mostly heavy foot. As you can see in my selection, I chose a good selection of medium troops and heavy foot troops to smash him up. Lots of lights, and we'll just click the play. So as you can see, I've got to say it's a difficult position for the Carthaginian forces. I think my opponent could have played slightly better with deployment, actually deploying most of his troops on the rough terrain in the centre, but he's chose to put a whole heap of cavalry. Remember, I have 0 cavalry here, apart from my light javelin troops, so I've got a bit risky. The fact is, I thought, you know what, we're going to engage him, we're going to out-zone control him, push him on the centre, and smash home. But as you can see, he's got an artillery piece. I'm a mixed opinion on artillery. The fact is, I don't know. I don't think I'm particularly happy with them because they're fixed and they are going to... I mean, I played on the newer game, Medieval, because this is the time with the release. Trebuchets are better. But here we go. We've realised that we're going to have to run in all here and start thing. We're probably going to skip ahead for 10 minutes because it's just mainly light action on the left with his line. So we'll go back down to 12. It was 9 minutes. There we go. So as you can see, it's a general advance. The lights have engaged on the right side. All the medium troops are into the rough terrain. All the heavy troops are moving up in support. So the fact is here now, it's a case of me trying to bog his cavalry up. And my main plan here is to block, push, capture. Or the fact is here, it kind of went against me a little bit because my veteran troops probably could have been pushed to the main line rather than having just to sit there dealing with cavalry, because this cavalry is just going to evade all day. I mean, he's got a good combination of forces on the right. If he would have shifted them onto the centre, this would have been a different kettle of fish. The fact is I would have struggled to trying to defend against them. But still there as it is. But oh, the battle is here. But this was by far the best, one of the best rounds I played. So here we go. You see, top tip of the day. If you know it's going to evade, just zone and control it. So here we are yet again with our Carthage trying. I thought he was trying to get around with his cavalry and trying to position around to try and charge us in the flanks. But I just tried to block him out as much as possible and try and weaken down with all of the light javelin troops. But there we go, just keep moving. The only way is up, what Yazoo says. There we go. Good impact veteran. They are going to eat through that Italian fort on the rough, on the open. Absolutely chew through it. There we go. Some height advantage, POA advantage against the light in the rough terrain, but I did get a fragmented light unit on the right. But he's steady all the way. He's let me do all the legwork here, which is going to overstretch my forces, which is not going to be a bad thing for him, but at the same time, going to give me all the positions I want. His Carthage trio just pushing on as much as possible, but of course trying to keep some flanks, not compromised. We've got a couple of fragmented troops. We've got to run here. Okay, it's all brutal at the moment. Disruption there. Just got to hold the line. But oh, the bloody javelin cavalry! It works. It works though. This is the only issue. It works being annoying like this. So, no movement just as yet. But we're happy just for that to happen. There goes break on the right, giving him some percentage victory. I mean, there is a general in the African Spearman unit, but to be honest with you, I'm happy just to sit there. So we're going to push forward. Not that far, because that's way too far. Here we go, 16. As you can see, we are fully on. Right's pushed. Unfortunately, this battle is slow to take off. And this is the one thing that just irritates me. I'm sitting there going, "Oh, come on, let's get the battle on with." As you can see, we're trying to push centre and get around the rough terrain position here. Probably, you see, my issue is here. Them veterans are good. They advantage the veteran Hastati. You know, we did get a nice fragment on the Italian foot, but I've got to... you see, my main thing here with this cavalry is just to block it. And I think I do a... Look, block it, and then I can move on. But that's a wasted veteran... veteran TRI... Sorry. A veteran Hastati principle wasted. That's what it is. It's wasted. That should have been on the mid-right, why another unit of maybe TRI or even normal Hastati principles. But there we go. Just is trying to hit me, which is not a problem against the medium foot because he could win the cohesion check there. But here we go. Oh, slightly worried, but we're still 8% tallying. I mean, his artillery is being a bit annoying, which I agree, but it's not doing great swathes of damage. And here he has some rabble on the hill that is slowly entering the rough terrain, but no. Oh, excuse me. And there we go. The light fight on the right. We get lucky with a fragment, which is good. But we're mostly just zona controlling him here. The fact is we don't want to... The reason I charge there is so that I can break this unit of... oh, God, we actually get a charge hit there, but we just pushed on. And then we just push on, defend the flank in the rough terrain, block, bring the veterans back, bring them to the left to block cavalry. We want to charge here to break them. But not causing a cohesion check. It caused a cohesion check, but they passed it with the Italian foot. There you go. Yes, again, using the rough terrain. So I've got to be careful here. Got to be careful. Can't get pushed down this hill into the open working flankers. Here you go. The veterans there really particularly out POA'd. But hold the line. We are now just shooting up his light cavalry and his cavalry to the left. But he did really well, this cavalry, because it was the most annoying thing ever. Because literally, I've had to spend most of the game chasing it down. But on the majority whole, the main phase is where the battle is going to be on this centre. It's going to be... I've got that slight hill, which is good. Oh, God, I charge in and get fragmented. So, a double whammy drop. And there we go. We just got to fight the things away here. We slightly advantage him. You see, the Chiarii against cavalry, yeah, all day long. But against a bigger unit of Carthaginians, either Italian foot or even veteran African spearmen or war bands, they're going to get smashed. They'll take a long time to drop, but they will drop eventually. So, I mean, having them on your what's the word, far flanks is a good decision. He goes with a charge. And all I have to do now is when he charges me with the cavalry, just move up behind the cavalry to block it again. I've got to be careful with that Hastati principle unit because the fact is it's in the middle of nowhere. He does that combat which is beneficial first. But harsh for him here. You see, we're slowly taking the advantage here. But he's moved heavy foot. The no of Field of Glory 2. Many Field of Glory, any Field of Glory. Don't put heavy troops in the rough terrain. The fact is now I'm particularly in a good advantageous position, where the fact is I can just literally just walk up to him and just bash the crap out of him because he's severely disordered. And the lights do particularly well against him in this rough terrain. But calling to the two features of this battle, the rough terrain, the medium, the marsh terrain. And there we go. We've got two decisions here. I can either move up, try to flank, but I'm always cautious of the cavalry. Cautious of the cavalry here. I mean, he does have veteran Italian foot here as well. good disruption. So I'm feeling confident, But here it's going to be all about blocking the cavalry and then moving into position. You see, I don't know why. I don't know why I just didn't do that move. Oh, I forgot about that. That's harsh. I'd have been salty as anything. And there we go. We've got protect the flanks. Just protect the flanks. The cavalry is not going to do particularly massively. And here we're starting to worry about that veteran African spearman unit. Everybody moving up to support. Block. Remember, don't chase it. Don't chase it. It's got more AP than you. And a good player would be able to maneuver you out of the way. So here it's just like we're just sat here literally just shooting each other. And I'm happy to do that because that's just into a benefit for me, because if he could have been going around flanks and trying to charge me down with the light troops. So I can't remember if these drop or not. And there we go. Yet again, I move troops into the medium to light foot into the rough terrain, giving a good POA advantage against the heavy foot. And there we go. We've got a fragmented unit, but meh, we're still slightly double the points ahead, but I'm still slightly concerned. Now moving the Chiari to the rear to support the cavalry manoeuvre. This is what happened. Oh, we're on to the plain. No, we should have done that first. I tell you now, that would have been different, but that's the way Field of Glory works. Sometimes random things happen like that, where I'm like, oh, jeebus. We're in the open. And then I think that's all I can do there. I mean, it's a solid move, but I think if I did that combat earlier and didn't move down, it would have been better. But unfortunately, we just shifted down, giving him more avenues to attack. There he goes. In with the cavalry again, but then we can block, move up, positioning. The Carthaginians need to use that cavalry advantage. And there we go again. Just push, block, push. Oh, God, you lads are in trouble. Hold firm against the African spearmen. Brilliant. Fragmented veteran veteran Italian foot. Brilliant. We're having a good time here. So we're about 34 minutes out, or 23 minutes out. So we're about 10 minutes to go for the rest of the battle. Which that hill and that push which I did was brilliant. And there we go. Can finally block the way there, because my concern was his right just hitting my right and his left pushing over to my right. This was my main concern here. There we go. We're trying to push down further as possible to get them flanks further on in the game. But like I said, control zones. I mean, the Phoenician style infantry can't do particularly very much against his cavalry, but I'm still scared. So the TRI there is back up. And there we go. Veteran Astarte principles. Eat them bloody African spearmen for days. This is the Italian foot. Off the go. I'm having a great time here. Brilliant. Disrupting the warband. Can't ask for much more there. But the veteran Africans hill there, we're trying to even up that combat with the other Hastati principal unit. So pretty average really there. You know, we've got a good solid attack formation. We're on the hill now. We're racing ahead with points with 19%. Just a few little problems for my opponent, that's all. I mean, if he would have took the Carthaginians, should really have the advantage here. There we go, block again. And he's not charging, so we could just shoot him up and just get cohesion checks and drop his troops. And there we go with charges all the way down there. We want to break as many... Because remember, the lights, as in the previous battle when I played my Carthaginians, there are a good percentage of these two armies, especially the Carthaginian army. There's a lot more lights than I would say the Romans have, and there's a good rally on the left. But we're happy. Keep it, hold. Is it fix, flank, and then finish, as they say in a game I used to play? If you can quote that, please. So yet again, holding the cavalry in position, shooting up on the left. So we're just a holding action. But the extra 2 units of TRI are on that mid-centre, ready to hold off. I'm happy that he wants to block me up there. I don't think we've got one disrupted infantry unit on that main line yet. Well, there we go. The warband into the rough terrain. You should never do that. Never do that. They're going to get absolutely soaked up for days. But it's a good combat. It's a good combat here.
Come on, we need to charge this in the rear.
Sorry. So there we go, folks. He's trying to hit me home. That disruption on the African spearmen is great. We're having a good time here now. We just got to hold the line. Now I get disrupted. That's where I remember the disruption. Because I've sat here thinking I did get disrupted at some point. So good advantage against the Italian foot. That E advantage. So remember, he's in the rough terrain. Hill advantage for me. And we're, apart from the training, it kind of equals it off a little bit with the POA advantage. There we go. Yet again, fixing him. Trying to finish him off with like javelins. We're trying for the cheeky flank there, but it's I don't know. I think my feeling there was to hold them in place as much as possible. No point in doing anything there. We're happy. We're zona controlling him quite well. We maybe could have turned that Roman unit around to the right. I think that's probably in hindsight looking at that point. Here we go. There's the fallback from the cavalry in the rear. And then an available flank, but he can't flank me. So we're going good here. And we're not far from end of the battle, actually. But this is a vital turn, I think. God, we are absolutely engaged to the hills here. So there we go, just enveloping, holding firm. We're laughing. Now do these combat first. African spearmen, auto break. They were going to grind down, and I'm hoping for disruptions. Nope. General into there. Oh, disruption. And then we know he can't flank me, so we're happy to charge. I did start to worry on that right. We might skip this ahead because this is kind of boring. So there we go. So, of course, blocking on the left side again. 8%, 28 for victory. Just shooting him up. Remember, the light troops have a great proportion of percentage for the win of the battle. You see, this did. I'm just sat there. We're just sat there shooting each other up, but destroyed now. Absolutely destroyed on that right. The rough terrain played such a big part in this final round. But good to hear everybody else's experiences with it. And of course, the warband just getting chewed. Getting absolutely chewed up there. And I think that must be the last turn. We're going to skip ahead because there's no point looking at it. So we're going to have a quick look at the battlefield overview and have a quick discussion about it. So remember, the left side was more a light fest. I zoned his cavalry out, pushed him back where possible. The mid rear on his line was me zoning him, controlling out with a couple of infantry units. The right side was using this hill advantage to then push over the right to the mid from the centre to his right and his line. We eventually would have got that artillery point. He got bogged down in the marsh, which was really bad. That was the key factors for this battle. Unfortunate for my opponent, but thank you for playing. It was really fun with round 5. So click that like and subscribe button, and we'll be very soon back with a conclusion of all of the Rise and Fall of Carthage tournament 2020. Click that like, subscribe button again and support my channel, ladies and gentlemen. It's been epic, and I'll see you, of course, on another battlefield. And bye-bye.